up, guys? We are doing our review of John Wick Chapter 4 that we watched earlier today. Yeah. Speak.
I've taken a vow of silence.
No, you haven't.
All right. Wow. My shirt's stained because I spilled my coffee, so don't think I'm just filthy of a person. But yeah. So we saw John Wick Chapter 4, the 8 o'clock showing at the Regal Pavilion, a little bit out of our comfort zone. It was a nice theater.
Don't be giving people ideas where we leave. What if we get famous and we just have people walking up to us? Actually, I wouldn't mind that, really.
Then what are you talking about?
I don't know. Just continue.
So John Wick 4, Chapter 4. This probably will be the last one for a while. We got some spoiler coming, but...
Spoiler alert.
I'll tell you what. If you're a fan of the John Wick franchise, you'll like this.
Even though it's the weakest of the 4 movies.
In his opinion.
In my opinion. It's still good. There's just a lot of excessive stuff. Like, there's some fight scenes in there just to be fight scenes. Like,
they're cool.
It serves no point, no purpose. Keanu showing his age.
So we see, actually, we are introduced to a bunch of new characters. We have Donnie Yen as Kane, a blind assassin.
Why is he blind?
Because he gave his eyes to the high table. We have the Harbinger, whose only job is to bring about, I guess, bad news. And we have the Marquis de Guzman. That's not it.
I don't think that's it.
The main villain of the film, played by Bill Skarsgård? Bill Skarsgård, also known as Pennywise the Dancing Clown.
I was going to say, I stopped myself because I was going to say, I forgot what scene it was. There was one scene in particular when he was talking, all I saw was Pennywise. Like his facial expressions that he was doing, his voice or whatever a little bit. Mm-hmm. That's all I saw.
Hiya, Georgie.
Hiya, Georgie. I'm Pennywise, the dancing clown.
If it's action packed.
Yes,
it's action packed. It's they're about probably 1 million bullets are left on the ground.
You good?
You get to see the Osaka, Japan Continental. So you also get to see the other Continentals, and I think that's actually cool.
That one was the coolest looking in my opinion.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Although the New York one will always have a special place in my heart. Because of Winston.
Well, it's going to be reconsecrated.
It's got to be rebuilt first. Mm-hmm. On the high table's dime.
Yes.
Yes, because that was part of the wager. Death.
It was an excellent film. I think it was, a lot of action. It was a little shaky at first watching it, but I think when it got going, it was nothing but pure like adrenaline.
It was good. The fight scenes. My favorite was fucking Scott Adkins as Killa.
Oh,
just seeing that big man with a fucking inhaler over here, just throwing high kicks, spinning back kicks.
Yeah, and he was smooth with those card tricks.
He was smooth with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best scene of the whole movie. We also got a new gentleman named Tracker, or Mr. Nobody, which that name's taken.
Yeah, it was a little moniker.
That'd be Kurt Russell.
Same director.
No.
Well, Mr. Nobody, that is Kurt Russell's character.
And Fast and Furious.
Yes, but it's also
not the same director.
Bob Odenkirk. I was referring to Bob Odenkirk. Nobody.
Well, he wasn't Mr. Nobody. He was just Nobody.
Yeah.
And he wasn't called Nobody. When the cops asked him who he was, he said, Nobody.
I know. Nobody is like a reference because it's the same director.
Excellent film, too.
Yes.
So we saw that. Just fan service. It's a movie, for the fans. And apparently the critics love it, too. 94% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's 2 thumbs up for me. The action sequences were good. The characters. It's crazy to go back and watch the first one when it's just such a small story. Now it's blown into whole, the high table. You're going. He was in Japan. He was in France. Back to New York.
And I did think about that at one. Like I was thinking about it a little bit before you said something, but after you said it, and then it just had him popping up in like Belarus. How is he getting around?
Because all I've seen him do is walk.
And I've never seen.
Saw him on a horse once. Saw him in a car.
You saw him in a car in this movie.
Yeah, in was seen.
Yeah, but it's like does he fly commercial? Does he
doubt
fly private?
No, because probably everyone on the plane would be assassins.
Probably.
They live in a world where everybody seems to be an assassin.
It was a good movie, but I missed the simplicity of the first movie.
Yeah.
Like now, all the suits are bulletproof. Makes no fucking sense to me at all. Because even still, it wouldn't just. There's no barriers. It would hit it. It would just. The bullet would go right through it.
And the funniest one was when he took his jacket off, all the shell casings that fell on the ground. Yeah.
But he's just there. Like there's nothing. There's no structure, so the bullet would just knock the suit out the way, and it'd be right there for shots. And even then, they would still feel it. Like that shit would hurt like hell.
Whole body would just be bruised.
Yeah, and he's over here. Just makes simplicity. And like a bullets can't pierce, but a knife can.
It's an odd movie. But the performances are, like I said, excellent. Ian McShane, once again, knocks it out of the park as Winston. Lawrence Fishburne, he's there as the Bowery King. Of course, he's there to be big and boisterous.
And that he is, especially the opening scene.
Yeah. Keanu is Keanu. Keanu, he's John Wick through and through.
Yeah.
That's really what you get. Man gets hit by 7-8 cars.
Can I have a gun?
And they give him a gun.
A Pit Viper. Terran Tactical.
Couldn't tell you.
Yep, go ahead. I just did.
He got hit by like 7 cars, walked it right off.
6 he got hit by or thrown into, and then the 7th was him falling. He jumped out the window.
Yeah, that just...
And he just gets up and just keeps
it
chucking.
A dog got hit by a car.
Well, he got slammed into a car.
And would kill a regular dog.
But that dog was on...
Not this dog. This dog ate his fill of nuts.
That dog ate his Wheaties. Because he just jumps right up.
And that guy they were fighting throughout the whole movie, his like right-hand man. Like none of them, like they're fighting the same guy over and over again. Shoots him off a balcony, gets attacked by the dog.
He's basically John Wick.
And just no one thinks that when he's passed out, shoot him in the head. That got me, because you just shoot him.
You done with it. I think that was the same guy that fought Scott Adkins in like the Undisputed 3 movie.
I would see those.
Pretty good.
Yeah. But
to the point to where a lot of people thought Scott Adkins was actually Russian. So when they heard him speak with a British accent, they were confused.
He's British. Mm-hmm. He did German in this one.
Yeah, but he's British.
German or I don't know what it was.
I don't know. But
he was the best scene. His scenes were the best. The whole scene where they're all at the table, and the fight scene with them. His death scene had to have been the funniest thing ever.
That's why you look.
Yep, just fucked up. Just falls and fucked up right on your face. Bill Skarsgård.
He was fucking wake up a little bit though.
Yeah.
It's weird seeing a dude that I presume maybe 400 pounds throwing high kicks and spinning kicks. Like it's a little.
Yeah. Which a real 400-pounder probably couldn't do that. But put the man in a fat suit. He's making miracles. But Bill Skarsgård as the villain was excellent.
He was looking fresh throughout the whole movie though.
Oh God. And he was in everywhere he was these big luxurious places with like these paintings and just.
I still say in that one scene when Winston is walking, he should have had some Heelys and just.
You and the fucking Heelys.
Yeah.
No one. I haven't seen the Heelys since school. Since 2011, 2010. But no, that man would not be caught dead at some Heelys.
You always have an angle.
The man's smart. Winston is not a stupid man. But he did go through some loss in this film, so.
That got me.
Lance Reddick, one of...
R.I.P.
Passed away recently, and... spoiler alert, obviously. Watching his character die in this movie just...
It hit too close to home.
It just was...
It would have been upsetting even if he hadn't just died. The fact that he had just died.
Yeah.
And then you see him die in the movie. He tried to console me, and I'm like, I don't want.
You don't want no part of it, even though I'm the one that loved him as an actor in The Wire and such.
You don't know if I didn't love him as an actor.
You didn't even know who it was when I told you about it.
I do. I knew.
I said Lance Reddick died. Who?
Because I was in disbelief.
You don't. You didn't. Your
That was-
disbelief is not like
On my mother, that was me in disbelief.
this is your
Because
disbelief.
I had just got done working, like fucking, however 18 hours, however long it was, and I was put through the ringer.
10 hours, I think that day was.
It was longer than that.
2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. You left with me at 1 o'clock. So
It was longer than that because I got
11.
there before 2.
you sit in the car. And go, never mind.
But I still got there before 2. And on my feet all day being yelled at over the radio.
That's not what we're talking about here.
And I almost died in the trailer when I got pulled on my birthday. And then you hit me with that shit. So yeah, I was a little discombobulated. I needed a fucking second.
Watching his death scene was not easy
No.
in the movie. But he has a beautiful plot.
Yes, he does.
Everything in that movie
The thing
just
that bothered me a little bit though is Wick is like, what did this tombstone say? I'm like, you were there. It was behind you. You could have read it. Like it shows you how much he cared.
I think at the time he had one single,
What is loving husband?
he was a loving husband.
Was
Not-
he?
what are they going to put on there? Assassin? Indestructible assassin?
I wouldn't know. Just put on mine. Baba Yaga.
Yeah. The Boogeyman. It was such a good movie.
Kane's character,
Apparently-
Danny Yen's character.
Are all assassins rich?
Probably, I don't know.
This assassin world is so loud. Either they're at a nightclub, they're in an art gallery.
I mean, they're rich.
Yeah.
All
got
the assassins
the
that there
Marquis.
are. Oh, he was.
He was fucking loaded. And loaded
Was
ain't
he
the word
really
for it.
loaded, or was he just spending all the high table's money?
Well, he's above the high. No, he wasn't above the high table.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, Kane. Kane was awesome.
That's what I was saying. Donnie Yen's character as Kane was great.
I
Fuck
li-
you.
I like how they didn't make him like overly good. Like he still had the blind. Like he wasn't just murking fools. He still had to use certain things. Usually with
He
them.
would have been dead if John could have got that gun. Like, and he was laying there, and he thought John was dead. If John had bullets in it, he'd have been dead.
Yeah.
Headshot, point blank.
Yeah. And Marquis asks him something. He's like, "Fuck you," and I'm like,
Thank you.
just so aggressive, and it just pulled you right out.
He did get aggressive, but he was fucking dudes up still. And he's here winding his punch up. And he's over there hitting him like 500 million times.
He was fucking
With his fucking fists of fury going like
old
fucking
school Jackie Chan
100,000
shit.
miles an hour.
But I say it's a must watch. I'd go to the movie theater to see it.
If you're a big John Wick fan, I'd definitely go to the movie theater and see it. What is your official John Wick ranking? I'm gonna go 1, 3, 2, and then 4.
2, 1, 4, 3.
You really?
Oh, I love the second one.
I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about what makes 4 so much better than 3?
I don't know if I just liked like the.
Or is it just because it's still fresh?
No, I thought it was. The third one's still good, but I just thought this one was more enjoyable. There's certain things about it, the aesthetics I loved, and the villain.
It was beautifully shot.
The villain for this one I loved as compared to the second one, the third one, which really had no clear cut. I mean, you had Zero and you had the Adjudicator.
I like how when they got on the train, it was red for both of them, signifying that they both lost someone.
Yeah. Yes.
I can't pronounce the actor's
She
name,
was pretty though.
but I love him.
Oh, Sonata.
I
I think so. He is an excellent actor. He's been in quite a few things that we've enjoyed. He was actually
He didn't go out like a bitch.
he was in the
Protect your
Wolverine.
daughter. I am.
He was in the Wolverine, if you
Yes.
remember. Also,
'Cause
Westworld.
He said, "What are you?" And he's like,
Oh,
he
yeah,
cuts
yeah,
him.
yeah.
He cuts his body in half,
Yeah, because
and he morphs back.
he wasn't. I don't think a big character, but he was a
He was the main bad guy's
He was
villain's son.
he was a dick. He was a dick because didn't he smack his daughter around?
I couldn't remember.
Yeah. But he's an excellent actor because he was also in a recent film we watched, Bullet Train. He was
Yeah.
the elder.
Yep. Well, he was the father.
Elder, they called him.
The father.
Okay.
He was the father of the guy. is
He
what
was the
I'm
father
getting
guy,
at.
but the technical term for him when the thing came
Well,
was the elder.
The
That's what they
technical
called
term
him.
is an actor.
It's two fingers. I don't give middle fingers behind people's back, like you do.
Not behind their back.
You did it. Well, not behind your back. Do you have jaundice? Your eyes are very yellow.
No,
I'm kidding.
thanks. I'm dying.
I don't always mean you're dying.
I don't know, but yeah.
Okay, we
movie.
veered.
It was a good movie.
I think it's an excellent film. In the beginning, I looked over at him, and I was like, "Chef's kiss" this scene, and he's just like, because the nunchucks got you a little bit. You're like, okay.
The nunchucks were cool in how he used it. I'm just saying, there's just the suits take me out.
Yeah, but villains have to evolve.
Yeah, but but they're just it just
Like
takes
everything
me out.
has to evolve to get like a bigger, more epic feel to it. You can't just keep it.
But I'm like, how can a knife pierce it? Like, no problem.
What was the
But a
first
bullet can't.
Okay, so think about something. Iron Man. What was the villain of the movie Iron Man? A regular person in a big metal suit. And now we have
What's Iron Man in general?
world-conquering guys that collect Infinity Stones in order to... Well, that's Kang. I'm talking about Thanos. From space. Tony Stark went from fighting a guy in a suit and another suit to having a whole fucking planet thrown at him.
But that's
On an alien planet.
But-
they have to...
but John
evolve.
Wick franchise. They're trying to be more based in reality.
No, yeah, okay.
Some just gets a little.
Okay. Yeah, let me tell that to the time he threw himself out of a building. And then, hold on, the best part was it's just fucking chaos, man. I can't, it's chaos, and I love it. I'll say the same thing because my hypocrisy comes out big time, where I'll be like, hey, that man, it's a fucking movie, it's for entertainment. And then he asked me earlier about Fast 9, too, and I'm like, I hate it. Can't stand it.
There was one scene though where he was shooting his gun, but his slide was locked back. So I'm like, all right.
Fast
That's the
9
only
is
error.
atrocious.
That's the only error of that type I've seen in any John Wick movie. Was that one?
And apparently I have to go see Fast X.
He does. Tomorrow.
No. No. Is it out tomorrow?
I think it's already out.
No.
Oh, I have no idea.
It's
really.
May. I told you that. Because we have
It's gonna be May.
Because Shazam's out. We have to see
You
Shazam.
do have to see Shazam.
Which apparently not great. But
Shazam!
now Dwayne the Rock Johnson's coming out like kind of a scumbag now. So
Yeah, come out fucking egotistical. All about him. He has it in a contract where he never loses his whole time. But we're talking about John Wick 4. Great movie. Well, good movie. Will I buy it? Yes.
oh yeah.
Because I own all the other ones.
My wife actually didn't think he knew the franchise.
Which we're not going to speak upon that atrocity.
Does he even know John
Of
Wick?
course, I've seen them all in theaters.
And I'm like laughing my ass off. She's giggling the whole time.
I own it. Will I watch it again? Yeah.
About to say, what do you
But
fucking? I'll watch it many times.
yeah, so this has been
Look at me.
another episode of The One Thing About Us We Review. I'm Justin.
I'm Alex. Stay sexy.
Stay classy.
Oh, we didn't talk about the Harbinger.
He looked smooth as fuck. Clancy Brown?
Clancy Brown.
And that joke you made, I thought was funnier than I should have, and it made me mad that I laughed at it.
Which one?
The fucking money one. Towards the end of the movie. That one got me. He was looking small. I want to know his background. He was missing a finger, like Wick does.
Yes, because they all like
He
had
had,
to
he had the cut on his
could
eye.
barely open his eye. I assume he's the guy they send to all the hotels that tells them, "Hey, you're fucked," because he puts down a big hourglass. That's an hourglass, right? He's like, "You got 1 hour," and I'm like, "Fuck."
Dude, and
Because
I'm
we
like,
thought he could keep the hotel. The adjudicator said he could keep it. We
Well-
are New York.
that was before John Wick started going on the killing spree.
All this would have been prevented if John Wick hadn't killed Santino in the Continental. Yeah, right.
Don't do it, John.
But fucking, what did you say to me when he came on screen? Oh, he's the one who does the voice of Mr. Krabs, and
That's
I can't.
not what I said when he came on screen. He's on screen a few times. It was towards the very end of the movie. No, it was when they're doing they're setting the rules. They're setting the terms. I said, Clancy Brown, you magnificent bitch. AKA the voice of Mr. Krabs. I was speaking to myself. I wasn't speaking to you.
I don't watch SpongeBob.
I know.
He's also, what I know him from is the Kurgan from Highlander. And Hades from the God of War series, the original trilogy. Well, actually, maybe just God of War 3. He did Lex Luthor also. big dude. Big dude.
He's in Billions too.
Yes, as a fixer.
He played it. No. No.
I've never watched. I need to watch Billions then.
He was general attorney.
See how far I can get.
He was like in a general attorney of like Texas.
We
Or
went.
attorney general, my bad, of Texas. But anyway, I'm Justin,
Oh man, I look.
and this, one thing about us, we review.
I am Blob.
Well, you do look like Bob from Monster vs. Aliens.
One thing. One thing about us, we review. Stay
We
sexy.
review.
We review. Stay sexy.
Stay classy.